The following program is intended for mature audiences.
In this episode of the Truth Be Told podcast,
what happened?
Is Desiigner making a full-fledged comeback?
Interesting.
Who's the real king of Atlanta, Ludacris or T.I.?
Y'all know about that.
And the Migos want to be on the new Lion King movie.
What you say?
Plus we got reviews from Smoke Dza, Metro Boomin, 21 Savage and Offset, and Dreamville's Lute. Now let's get into this artistic ignorance with Barry Ross, aka Big UU, and Infidel Castro, aka Riffa.
You're now listening to the Truth Be Told podcast from Trillmatic.com. Trillmatic.com.
What it do, Trillion?
What? We are back.
Truth Be Told podcast episode 90. We got something special for all the.
We just hit the 90s, bruh.
We just hit this the 1990s.
Yeah, we in the house.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody that's tuning back in. We know we normally start off with the one guy that goes the past couple episodes, but we're gonna do something special for the 90s.
The 90s are here.
We're taking it back.
Taking it way back.
But before we get into all that, make sure you're subscribing on iTunes, Google Play, your Android devices, YouTube, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to this podcast, man. Make sure you subscribe.
Notifications. Do it all. Spread the word.
Spread the word. You can always get to our podcast going to trillmac.com/truthbetold. Make sure you support the podcast by going to trillmac.com/Patreon. All the links are in the show notes.
Oh, yeah.
And we appreciate everybody. Thank you.
Thank you for real. Thank you because without y'all, what would we be doing this for?
Right.
It's for y'all.
It's for y'all, definitely. And for the people that love hip hop.
Straight up. The culture.
The culture. Speaking of which, what episode 90? We were like, what are we gonna do for these 90s? We figured we would take it back. Take it all the way back.
To the actual year.
That's right. What was going on in 1990, man? We're going to talk about a few albums that I guess somewhat impacted us and the hip-hop culture.
Yeah, oh yeah.
At that time period. The funny thing was, as we're going through some of these 90s, this 90s shit, it's a lot of shit that I'm seeing on. I forgot about a lot of this shit.
Fuck yeah. There's some shit that I was like, don't even remember.
Don't even fucking remember. I'm like, who are these people?
We were 5.
Right, like the Booyah Tribe. All right.
Shout out to them.
But you know what's crazy? I've always seen Booyah's Tribes when I used to get the Source magazine, Double XLs. I would always see their advertisements.
Yeah.
But I never listened to them.
Never did either.
But I got a little ski taste of the Booyah Tribe while I was looking through all these 90s albums. And it was pretty interesting. Those y'all don't know, I'm guessing they're Samoan hip hop group?
Islander, something, yeah.
Pacific Islander?
Some kind of islander.
Right. I'm guessing, I'm leaning towards Samoan.
I would too.
Right. I know we don't get a lot of Samoan hip hop going on, but y'all should definitely go check out the Booyah Tribe, especially if it's Samoan right now.
Yeah.
Okay, just go check out the Booyah Tribe. But there were a lot of albums that we came across though.
A lot. It was hard. It was hard to choose.
EPMD
albums. Yeah.
Public Enemy.
Yeah. MC Hammer.
Jiggity Jay-Z.
Vanilla Ice.
Right. Lord Finesse. There was a lot, man.
There was.
But what stood out to you the most from albums that came out in 1990 that you thought were hardcore? You gotta keep this in mind. We were born in 85, so we're
5 years old.
5 years old, okay? But for some odd reason, there's some albums that we're drawn to because I don't know, maybe we had older fathers,
Siblings,
brothers that were listening to some of this shit ahead of time.
Or even a neighbor, you know?
Yeah.
Somebody.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, well, probably the one that stood out first and foremost to me would have to be the Too Short.
Short Dogs in the House.
Short Dogs in the House.
Could you imagine how raunchy this motherfucker probably was in the 90s?
No filter.
Definitely no filter.
No fucking filter.
Definitely no filter.
Hell no.
Especially when everybody was kind of like funkified with the raps and stuff.
Bitch! You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He kind of started that whole bitch.
Right. Oh yeah, he did. He definitely started that. And they're still using it now. You can see that with Yo Gotti's Yo Gotti's new song. You a bitch. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Another one probably was LL Cool J's Mama Said Knock You Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hot fire.
That was definitely hot fire, man.
That's probably one of the first rap songs I ever heard. That I remember.
Like, man.
Now I remember
call it a comeback.
Right. No. I remember going through like my pops's music. I was probably a little bit older, maybe 8 or 9.
Yeah.
And I was drawn to that album because the cover is animated. You know, when you're a kid, you see something animated, you're like, "Oh, what's this?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you listen to it and you realize immediately that you're not supposed to be listening to this. Immediately. But you know, I had my hands on it. Early. Definitely explicit. Also, Ice Cube. American KKK.
America's Most Wanted.
Listen, man, these guys were ahead of their time. They were talking about this shit years ago. So don't say that we just started whining and complaining now about this shit. People have been talking about this shit for a long time.
The struggle has been real.
Right.
You know, and all the issues and problems that are, you know, happening now have been happening since then. Right. Were happening before then.
And people spoke on it then.
Yeah.
You just weren't listening.
People weren't listening. The problem is that, you know, there was more of a censor on it, where people didn't want people to hear that. You know, they were
trying to stop people from hearing.
The powers that be that were trying to. The man was just trying to keep it out of reach of the people. Yeah, the man was. It was the man. Whoever that man was. It could have been the woman. I don't know.
It could have been the woman.
You never know. Right. But at the end of the day, like a lot of these albums, you know, especially like Ice Cube's. I mean, he was with NWA. He was already, you know, president was trying to shut them down. Right. Reagan. So he already had like that target on him. Right. You know what I'm saying? So and people knew what he was going to come with when he was coming out with an album. And to have KKK in there in America Most Wanted, like it was a message. Like he was saying he was America's Most Wanted, and these lyrics are the reason why. Right. I'm speaking the truth. Yeah. I'm giving you. I'm letting you inside what I go through, or what people I know go through. Right. Shit was real.
It was definitely real back then. They had there were a lot of legends that came out in the 90s that people look at as legends now. Mm-hmm. Like a Tribe Called Quest that came out with an album. Probably one of the biggest legends in my eyes was probably Rakim. Yeah. Rakim was probably one of the illest dudes from that era. Kind of ahead of his time when you really think about it.
Oh yeah. I mean, that dude's lyrics, Rakim's lyrics, man. Right. Like you could hear him today, and
know he was cold.
Yeah, and you know that you're like, wow, this shit stood the test of time.
Right. Especially because you hear a lot of the other guys from the 90s, and they sound like they're dated. Whereas with Rakim, I mean, it sounds a little dated too. It sounds like the 90s, but
it's because he's on a 90s beat.
Right. It's a 90s beat, but you can hear the way he was flowing was like, you know, like I think eventually people started to flow like that. Over time.
Yeah, well, put those same lyrics on a beat nowadays. Metro Boomin.
Oh shit!
Rakim would be killing.
Rakim on a Metro Boomin beat.
Think about it.
I would like to hear that now. To be honest with you,
honestly, DJs can mix some of them old verses and put them into a Metro Boomin instrumental. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
And speed, put the right tempo, and you have it. Right. You know? And that's what I'm saying. You could do that to some of his old tracks, some of his lyrics, and that shit would sound like it was made today.
Right.
You know,
right.
People would be like, "Oh shit." Who's that? You know? And you'd fucking fake them out because they wouldn't even know that it was just old school.
Rakim had bars.
Hell yeah.
Rakim had bars before bars were bars.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying?
Before people labeled them as bars.
Right. Or before people called them bars, it was just, the ill rhymes.
I got a hot 16. You know?
Yeah,
but he was killing. I mean, hell, he had the Ghetto Boys.
The Ghetto Boys. Legends. Texas legends.
Gangstar.
Right, Gangstar.
Yeah, we had some beasts out there.
There was definitely a lot of beasts out there, man. There was definitely a lot of I think 2 Live Crew came out with an album during that time too. I would implore everybody to go back. I'm gonna link up. There's a link that I got from hiphopgoldenage.com. I'm gonna link it up. I implore you guys to just go through here to just even watch some of these videos or listen to some of these songs, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, this shit was going on. This shit was going on back in 1990."
This is what it was. This is how it was happening.
Right.
You know? And get a little taste of the 90s. Take a little trip down memory lane. And if you weren't alive then, let's take a trip down to get a history lesson.
Right. Listen, Ice Cube. This is Ice Cube. To me, Ice Cube was the best in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The early 90s. Like the late 80s, early 90s, Ice Cube was like, he was a beast.
That's why he was ghostwriting like a motherfucker too, you know?
Right.
That's how cold he was. He was just unleashing lyrics, you know, and his shit was cold.
It was definitely cold. He, a lot of people will say they'll say whatever about Ice Cube now because I'm gonna be real with you, guys that flow back in the 90s when they flow today, it's always a weird, you know what I'm saying, kind of awkward kind of sound going on, but. When you listen to them back from the 90s, you're like, holy shit, they fucking fit right into this shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Ice Cube's definitely one of those.
He's definitely one of those guys.
I mean, he still can bring it, but it's just not the same.
It's definitely not the same.
It's not the same as how he was bringing it then. Yeah, times have changed. He's older. People see him in movies, you know.
And then the game evolved.
Come out and then the game evolved, exactly.
Right, because like, better rappers came out from that listened to Ice Cube. He birthed a new generation of rappers that rap better. So, Ice Cube still being Ice Cube who he is, he's just not going to sound as raw as some of the guys that came up after him.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, like, YG is like Ice Cube of today. When you know what I mean? I don't want to say exactly like, but you know what I mean? Like,
he's like
that age.
He's there. Basically, yeah. He's at that time where he's doing the same kind of impactful lyrics and spitting it the way he's spitting it, the way Ice Cube did back in his day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When he was coming out with a vengeance.
Right. Probably the most interesting thing too was how everybody dressed. If you watch some of these videos, how everybody's dressed and how everybody looks, and we were watching the one with Jazzo and Jay-Z, and
they were fresh out of the 80s. That's why.
Jesus Christ!
It wasn't. You couldn't even be like, that's how they were dressed in the 90s, because the 90s wasn't established yet.
It really wasn't established.
Kind of the 80s, like. Going into the 90s, and then the 90s were going to become their own style.
This is like the beginning of. I don't even know if this is like some of you say the 90s was the golden age. I don't think 1990 was the actual golden age. Nah. It was like right before the golden age to me. It may be different for other people. They may think about their
someone
golden
older
age.
Or something. Yeah.
Right. But I don't feel like they were there. They were just kind of transitioning.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that first year in any decade is kind of a transition.
It is.
You know
it is a transition.
It's not really already. It's not like you go from New Year's Eve and then New Year's Day. It's like, all right, we have a new style, new clothing. We're all dressing differently. We're gonna rap different. Right. Nah, it just.
Do you remember when the transition from 1999 into 2000?
Yeah.
There was definitely a transition, right?
There was.
All right.
And then from 2000 to 2010, and then
there was a transition there too. From the 09 right into 2010, it was a transition there as well.
And then
decades.
And then we're coming up on the next transition, pretty much.
We are. What is the next transition? Holy fuck!
We might have to do a whole episode on that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
It's a segment on that shit at some point.
We'll get to that. Yeah, so over these next couple episodes, we're definitely going to go into deeper with particular albums that stand out to us. 1990 was just basically the first one to let you know this series is getting started, and we want to give you an idea of the broad scope of what the 1990 was. And we're going to go a little more in depth as
it's going to get a little more interesting as we do these 1990s.
Right.
We're actually going to, kind of go at it ourselves and kind of go and on this first one we kind of accumulated this together.
Right.
Where as we go on, we're going to start, have our own mind.
Right.
Pick our most impactful to us.
Exactly.
So we'll give you that.
This week in Boom Trap.
What happened?
Your boy. He named himself after a boat.
A little boat.
Your boy Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Some people call him. Some people spell it as Lil Yachty.
Yeah, it's Lil Yachty.
But it's Lil Yachty.
It's Lil Yachty.
Like a Lil Yachty.
If you didn't know.
He's had his issues with Joe Budden.
All from that episode.
And there's definitely this disconnect between the youth and the grown up culture in hip hop. And he basically came out and wore a shirt at one of the shows.
Shots were fired.
Shots were definitely fired. He basically wore a shirt that said "Fuck Joe Budden." Had the crowd chanting
"Fuck Joe Budden."
Fuck Joe Budden.
Yeah. Just came out with the city. It's a new hoodie Louis Vuitton just came out with. I think. Hey man, these old ass niggas need to stop fucking with these young niggas, man. Lil Bo. For real. Fuck 'em. Hey, look, check this out, though.
And you know, he made some remarks about old niggas in the game and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, basically leave us young niggas alone.
Right, you know, first off, I didn't know that he was still hurt off of this.
Apparently. I mean, he got a shirt made.
Yeah, he got a shirt made.
That's when shit's serious. You know shit's serious when someone makes a shirt.
Yeah, like what if Joe Budden wore a shirt that said "fuck Lil Yachty"?
Yeah.
People be pissed off. People be pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, people would be pissed off.
They be like, leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they got to bother Joe Budden because he's the old head.
Yeah.
Is he the old angry dude? Is that what it is?
It's like the young one will get the pass for instigating it more, taking it further.
Right.
And the old head, if he ain't doing it, you know, then he's being a man.
Well, okay, so
where you know, then the little kid comes back and starts talking shit again. What's a man supposed to do?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, if you're Joe Budden, how do you respond to this?
Oh man, what's a man supposed to do?
Okay, because you know Joe Budden he raps.
Yeah,
he's got bars. He can eat you up with bars, but he's also retired. He's also a.
Does he come out of retirement just to check him, just like lyrically? Just check him lyrically and be like, all right, man,
yeah,
we're done.
Right,
like leave it at that. We're done.
You know what though? If he does it, you know what's gonna happen, right? Everybody's gonna
a lot of backlash.
He's gonna get a hell of backlash, dog.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like the guy that's bullying.
Why are you picking on the youth?
Yeah, you know he can't rap well. Why would you use raps against him?
Why would you hit him with bars?
You know he has no bars. This is unfair. Yeah, that's 2017 in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, he would just ate his ass up, and everybody been like, "Get the fuck out of here, Lil Yachty."
Yeah.
He never showed up again. Nobody would have gonna probably.
His feelings would have got hurt, but everyone else's feelings wouldn't have got hurt. People would have been like, "That it happened because he brought it upon himself."
It's for the culture. Thank you. It's for the betterment of the culture. That would have been in the 1990s.
No
response to that, or even early 2000s.
Now you got to be careful. Everyone takes things too serious.
Too serious.
You know
There's a lot of youth out there that
get emotional. You know, everyone gets emotional and just. You know, in this day and age, is like anti-bullying. So, which I mean, yeah, anti-bully. But is it bullying when the youth is going like picking at the old head that's trying to like maybe not do it anymore? Like, hey, I left it go. We've moved on from this. You know, I've had more altercations with other artists since then. Right. You know, but
yeah, he's got Lil Yachty's gonna move. I kind of feel like he's using this as because let's be real, his album didn't really do too well. He's not seen as somebody that
is going to last.
Is going to last. That's respectable in the game. There's probably a lot of young kids that like him, but for the most part, like in the hip hop as a whole, a lot of people don't really fuck with Lil Yachty.
No.
And so I kind of feel like this is his way of keeping himself relevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a sense,
yeah.
Right.
Trying to fuel that fire again just so he can be talked about again.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense because, I mean, I hadn't heard anything pretty much from him. Maybe there's been a feature or two on other people's
stuff
albums,
here and there, but nobody's really checking for it. Let's be real. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people that's out here they got to hear every Lil Yachty song.
I haven't seen him in the news as lately, so it's like now he's back in it.
He's definitely back in it,
so
but for how long?
For how long? I mean,
is he going to keep this fuck Joe Budden thing going? Joe Budden should just ignore him
every show.
Yeah,
like, you know,
or he just starts selling fuck Joe Budden merch.
Yeah. Never know.
That's actually a good move when you think about it.
Yeah,
like money wise,
yeah.
To sell a fuck Joe Budden shirt because it means more than that. It means like fuck the old heads, like let the young boys ride. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would perceive it. So he could probably make some money from that. But at the same time, though, you know, you're using this as your this is crutch.
Yeah, your crutch to stay going,
stay relevant,
to keep limping in the race.
Shit.
Hey, you said crutch, so I had to make a metaphor.
Right. No, I mean like you could. He can make some money off the merch, but you know, is anybody gonna buy your album though? Or is anybody gonna stream your album? Is what it comes down to.
And if they did they mean to?
Yeah. Lil Yachty, you said did they mean to? Shit. It was autoplay. Shit, turn this shit off. Who autoplayed this Lil Yachty? Yeah, we wildin'. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just
the old heads.
With the old heads, I know. So for anybody's out there listening, Lil Yachty, you're listening, just move on, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you are gonna do it, sell some merch, and then just know that that's not gonna mean that you
work on your music, man.
Right?
Like, don't work on your beefs.
Yeah, make some
You're
good
working on
music.
your beefs.
He said that it's because he went a little mainstream or whatever, and and I'm like, when have you not gone mainstream? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the sound? What do you? What's non-mainstream?
Yeah, show me your non-mainstream music.
Yeah, I want to hear that. Whatever that is.
That might be dope.
Maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe not. Also, this week in Boom Trap.
One thing. Shout out to Joe Budden, though.
Shouts out to Joe Budden. Speaking of people in careers not really doing as well, your boy.
Ah, shit. He cut himself off. Yeah,
I know. I did. He basically brought pandas back into the mainstream.
No.
Your boy Desiigner.
Repeatedly. Panda.
I don't know what kind of designer he is. What do you think about Desiigner? I mean, like, we probably had the discussion before, but he basically came out and said he ain't falling off. He got 2 albums on the way. Yeah. What are people talking about? He's falling off. I mean, we talked about this, like whether or not we feel like he's falling off or he's done.
Well, when I think of Desiigner, the first thought I think is, the guy that I thought was Future. It's the first thought I come with because I literally thought Panda was Future's song.
Right, a lot of people did.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't alone. A lot of people were feeling that same way, and that's still the same thought that comes to mind when you say Desiigner. And then obviously Panda. Then I'm like, okay, yeah,
right.
But
and Timmy Turner.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm like head over heels over this. I'm not excited. You know,
I mean, I've heard some of his songs here and there, and they're not bad.
Nah, they're not bad,
but they're not great.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Now, keep in mind, he is signed to Good Music, so he's got Pusha T and Kanye West in his corner. You know,
that's always a plus.
That's always a plus. You know what I'm saying? You got Pusha T back here pushing you, trying to make sure that you get, you know.
But you just can't depend on it, though.
Right. I think what really kind of messed him up was the fact that his song got so hot so quick, and he didn't really have time to like really build a fan base and build his way up to the top. So he went to the top, being
a fan base of just the song.
Right. He went straight to the top, and then he comes back down, and it's like, where's everybody at? So he's kind of like got to rebuild that. But I don't know if people care enough at this point while he's trying to rebuild it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people care enough. I don't know if he's gonna last past this point.
I don't know. Maybe these 2 albums are gonna be the judge of that.
Right.
You know. I mean, I'm gonna check him out just to see if he is pretty much, you know, out of the game pretty much. Because if he comes out with something that it ain't holding, then it's like, yeah.
You can't. I mean, I don't know. You can't go wrong with Kanye, right?
I would hope you couldn't. But, you know,
not everybody that signed on Good Music has an illustrious career.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with Teyana Taylor because I think she's dope. I've heard all her like albums and mixtapes. I think she's fire, but she's just not like out there like she should be. She should be like out there. She should be like one of the top chicks right now, and for some reason she's not. And then, you know, Ty the Prince.
No,
another guy that signed to Good Music, probably one of the top in some people's eyes, top 5 lyricists. We talked about him on the podcast before. Somebody say he's the best rapper in the game right now.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But for some odd reason, he's not out there enough.
So not getting that exposure.
But how could this happen?
I know. It's like, how aren't you when you're with Good Music?
When you're with Kanye.
When you're with Yeezy.
Yeah.
You know,
you feel like Kanye holds artists back?
I don't know. I mean,
or Kanye's just not the businessman for that?
He may not be.
Would it be Pusha T?
I mean, Pusha T had his own base behind it, like his own following before going to Good Music, so he was good.
But he's president of Good Music right
now. Oh, and so maybe he's in control of that, like helping get people out there and more established. I mean, I don't know. Like, the PR needs to step it up a little bit with some of their artists.
Right.
Because they
have good artists over there, but they're just not getting as much exposure that they should be getting. Right. So,
because they could all be out there and be some of the artists making the noise right now.
And Desiigner might be one of those guys that, you know, maybe he is better than I think he is.
Yeah, maybe this album's gonna be making the forefront of the new Good Music.
Oh shit. That'll be interesting.
That would be interesting.
That'll be fucking interesting.
I don't know.
Especially with the way rap is going now. That's not a weird thing to say.
At all.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
So
interesting that he has 2. You know, is it going to be a double album, or is he dropping 2 albums?
I think he's dropping 2 different albums.
Just at the same time, or a few months later?
Listen, Future came out with an album with Future Hendrix. He came out with one album, and the next week he came out with another album.
So he might do that.
So he had 2 number 1 albums in the country in 2 weeks in a row.
That's right. I do remember that.
I don't know if Desiigner's going to be doing this. But you know, it's this day and age where like music doesn't really sit with people as long as it used to. So you come out an album and then like 3 weeks later, nobody's even fucking checking for you.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
So many albums come out between then, so it's like people moved on.
Right. Certain people will last a little bit longer. Yeah. Kendrick's lasting a long time from his album.
Oh yeah.
You know, but I guess it just kind of depends.
You gotta be in that tier.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, Kendrick's can't compare the two.
Can't compare the two. But at the end of the day, I think good music's got to do a little better with the artist. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's gonna happen with Desiigner. It looks like he's finished, but you know, maybe he's got tricks up his sleeve. It's
a possibility. Maybe this is maybe his return to just say, "Hey, I ain't going nowhere."
Right.
But we'll see.
This week in Respect Your Elders.
You best respect that.
Don't bite the hand
that feeds you.
Your boy. I keep computers putin'. Your boy Killa Cameron Killa season is upon us. He's actually about to drop a new mixtape this week. The end of this week, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited for it, mainly because recently in the past maybe 6 or 7 months, there's been like a big influx on people showing a lot more respect to Dipset in their movement. I've been seeing that a lot more. I mean, people are even talking about replacing the national anthem with the Dipset anthem. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot more appreciation for Cameron and what he did for the culture as a whole. So, you know, maybe this mixtape will kind of, you know, like show people why he should be considered a legend. Some people already consider him a legend.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what do you think? Are you interested in hearing a new Cameron album?
Oh, yeah, I am. He's always had some dope beats, like Dipset, all of them, you know what I'm saying? They've always had those dope beats, like the orchestra, dope ass samples, that sped up sample, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
Sound like a chipmunk, but that shit's dope as fuck.
Right.
You know, they
I'm ready.
Yeah, they speed it up, but they make it dope as fuck. We slowed it down in the South, they sped it up in the East, you know, and they did that shit. I used to love those beats. I mean, I remember having like CDs of just like Dipset instrumentals, like
they used to have some fire ass instrumentals.
Yeah, their instrumentals were fucking fire. Right. So I remember having that, and I mean, Cam was like the forefront, you know. So he's always had that style that was different too,
right,
from back in the day. That some people either you hated it or you loved it.
Right.
It was one of those styles. It was hard to be in between. You couldn't be like, nah. Either you liked it or you didn't. And, you know, I liked it.
Cameron's had bars, too. Because, listen, I remember Cameron, there was, it was from the Professional Part 2 album. DJ Clue's Professional Part 2.
No.
If you listen to the first Professional, there was a song they called Fantastic Four. And then he did a Fantastic Four Part 2 with Cameron. And he was on, it was like Cameron, The Lox, Fabulous, and I think Nature. And they were just kind of just flowing on the beat. And I remember Cameron coming with the bars. I remember his first few bars was like, he said, what did he say? He said, we were slaves. What did he say? We were slaves. All we had was whips and chains. It's tradition. All I got, whips and chains. He had bars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The way he spit that, he had his own style. I mean, he was the man with the minks, you know what I'm saying, wearing the pink.
He definitely got a little more flamboyant when he was with Dipset and The Rock, when they were kind of on top of the world. But, you know, he's kind of fell back. He's kind of been doing like some movie stuff in the background. Yeah. Still making his money, still doing his thing, suing UFC. He's a businessman now.
He does what he got to do.
Man. So I'm interested in hearing a new mixtape from Cameron.
Not to mention, we've gotten some mixtapes, some EPs from artists from that day and age more recently, and you know, a lot of them are holding still, you know, are still going in, and I'm interested to hear him because I like to hear artists from our day.
From our day?
Yeah, to still do something because, you know, they still doing it.
Of course.
You know, but like to actually come out with something.
You'll be happy to know that Fabulous and Jadakiss are making
working on it.
Working on a collaborative album. That's supposed to come out a while ago, Freddie vs. Jason. And they kind of released a single recently, so I think they're actually getting ready to ramp up.
That shit was dope too.
Yeah, with Future. Yeah. I think they're getting ready to ramp up to drop some heat.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get to see. You know, I'm happy to see stuff from our
making a comeback.
Respect your elders.
Respect the elders. That's the thing you gotta do at the end of the day. When these albums come out, you can't be like, get these old white rappers out. Nah,
take some time to study and learn and listen, man.
Because they still gonna be dropping some knowledge on you.
Right. Your boys.
Who you talking about?
I don't know if okay, so there's been a discussion recently. It was kind of a Twitter discussion. Who is the better rapper from Atlanta?
Oh man,
Ludacris or T.I.?
Luda. Let the discussion begin.
Tip. Who had the better albums? Let's just say it like this. The first 3 albums. Matter of fact, the first albums. All right, the very first albums. Who had the better album? T.I. I'm Serious or Ludacris Back for the First Time?
Man, that's like asking me, one gotta go.
It is like one gotta go, right? It's kind of the same level.
Yeah.
Same level. I can tell you right now who I thought was better. I definitely thought that Ludacris had a better first album. Back for the First Time to me was fire.
Yeah.
That shit had Southern Hospitality on it. That shit had Stick 'Em Up with UGK on it.
That Throw Them Bows on that one too? Or was that
that's Throw Them Bows. Southern Hospitality.
Yeah. It was. I think it did.
Ludacris came out strong.
I think T.I.'s second album was his more impactful album. Was where it came out more strong and people actually more knew about him.
Well, first off, for people that don't know, T.I. came out with an album called I'm Serious. I forget which label he was on. He didn't really get too much. He came out with a song called I'm Serious featuring Beanie Man.
Yep.
That didn't really do too well, and his label dropped him.
Yep.
His label completely dropped him. So T.I. was almost on his way out while Ludacris came out and was like 3 times, 4 times platinum. Immediately. Yeah. Okay? Because he had the hit song, What's Your Fantasy?
Yeah.
Fucking flames. Because everybody liked that song.
On the 50-yard line.
Right. What's your fantasy? Mm-hmm. Men and women both it was like a song that everybody could get down with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clubs were going crazy with it.
He had a lot of fire-ass beats on that shit, too.
Oh, he did. A
lot of fire-ass beats on that shit. Whereas T.I.'s first album, when you listen to the album, it was a good album. It was, for his first project, but I don't think he really had found himself as an artist yet.
Yeah.
Whereas Ludacris knew exactly who the fuck he was going to be.
Yeah.
But the second albums that came out, Ludacris' Word of Mouth versus T.I.'s trap music.
With 24.
Where in this case, I do believe that trap music was better than Word of Mouth.
Yeah, they reversed roles on that aspect.
Interesting story. Last week I was listening to Word of Mouth, and I was listening to Go to Sleep, ho. Go to sleep, ho. Yeah. If you tired, be quiet and go to sleep, ho. Yeah. That song was fire.
Fuck yeah.
One of my favorite Ludacris songs. One of my favorite clashing of the 3-6 with Crunchy Black. I just love if y'all haven't heard this song, if you do listen to it, make sure you turn the fucking speakers up.
You know that beat is.
And put the bass on, okay, and let that bitch knock, okay, because it'll fuck you up.
DJ Paul.
We robbed that trick and stick his dick off in his fucking mouth. We Memphis niggas.
Hey. That's why I love Memphis rap.
Right. It was definitely a harder album, but T.I. a hard album, but T.I. trap music was first off, as you can see what spawned from that. Trap music is popping right now. He kind of spawned the whole culture.
That we talked about this.
We did talk about that a couple episodes back, and there was definitely some deeper. It was trap. It was trap shit, but it wasn't just all like flashy shit. It was deep, introspective.
Real. Yeah.
Well thought. Like the song "I'm Just Doing My Job," which was actually one of Kanye's early beats when people didn't really know who Kanye was.
No.
Right. You go check that shit out. "Doing My Job" with T.I. Yeah. But no, it was to me it was definitely a better album.
And also since then, I think T.I. was better. Like after that, like where Ludacris came out strong out the gates, T.I. had the better pace.
Right. And I think T.I. Was definitely better lyrically.
Yeah.
I think Luda kind of fell into like this
comedic rap.
Yeah, it was more of like an entertaining kind of animated kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Whereas T.I. was like, I'm serious.
I think that stems from Ludacris. Ludacris being a DJ, you know, a radio personality and shit.
Right.
And he from there stemmed, you know, probably had his comedy, you know, making people laugh on the radio and shit like that, and then, you know, incorporated that into his lyrics.
Right.
And you know, painted a picture, a funny picture, you know, his videos would make you laugh, you know, he had some funny antics on there and shit.
Right.
Well, you know, T.I., he was out in the hood.
It was some serious real shit. Right.
And I mean, and it just kept going further and further. And then, I mean, T.I. further on was considered king.
He was. This is where he started saying he was king of the South, and this is where a lot of issues came down because people are like, he's not even king of Atlanta. But T.I. comes out with Urban Legend, which was to me during that time period. A lot of albums came out during that time period. You had like Jeezy and Lil Wayne, Carter One. There was a lot of Southern rap that came out at that time period.
Oh, yeah.
And Urban Legend kind of sat there on top of most of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't say number one because you're talking about Thug Motivation 101, Good Carter One, and Urban Legend. It's like, fuck, I don't know where.
It's a toss up.
It's a toss up. It's a toss up, right? But it was definitely like one of the higher rated albums. He had very strong singles that came out here. That You Don't Know Me, which was a hot ass street song.
Fuck yeah.
But it was still popular. It was still popping enough to reach a lot of people.
Yeah. And everybody was saying that. You don't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what your thoughts in your feelings, nigga? You don't know me. Right.
Everybody was saying that when someone just talking to their friend, they just bust them out just in the middle of someone's conversation. You don't know me. Just
right. And I think that intro on there, in the case you forgot, it's the king. That fucking intro was fucking off the chain to me. Yeah. To me personally.
It set it off.
Right. It set it off.
That whole album, yeah. I mean, that's when T.I., like, of course, to me, would take the title as probably the best. You know,
in the South.
Well, out of Luda, right there, out of Luda and him.
That's where he stepped. He stepped into the role when everybody's like, "Yo, T.I. is one of the fucking might go down as like one of the illest."
He was actually one of the coldest in the South, really. Yeah,
right.
I mean,
and in this case, when you look at the Ludacris' third album, which was Chicken and Beer, which was a good album.
Yeah,
it was a solid album. He had a fire ass intro too with the guitars, you know what I'm saying? The guitar in the intro. He had a fire intro too.
He did.
But it wasn't like T.I.'s King intro. And there was a lot of other tracks on here. There was Stand Up, which was kind of more like the comedic rock like you were saying, and
Stand Up.
The Splash Waterfalls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not bad songs. They were catchy songs or whatever, but you know they weren't taking it serious as some of T.I. shit. But Ludacris did have some strong songs on there. He had the Diamond in the Back.
Yeah, that's your
classic Southern tracks there.
Fuck yeah.
He had the Pussy Poppin' song. Pussy poppin'
on a
head down. Pussy. Hey, I was thinking, what I'm saying, that was fine. But he also had We Got Them Guns to Go. How that song? That was a 3-6 beat. I think.
3-6. Yeah. Oh yeah. You know it was 3-6 when the beat came on.
Right.
Okay. And he's featuring them too.
If y'all haven't heard this song, go look up Ludacris. We Got Them Guns, featuring I-20 and Chingy and Titty Boy. Early 2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Okay, when he was still being called Titty
Boy. Yeah.
And go listen to this fucking beat. They fucking sampled somebody coughing into the beat and made that. Yeah, that shit was fire. Right,
that shit was fucking dope.
That shit was dope as shit.
Man.
Right. So
yeah,
but I mean, at the end of the day, man, you just were not gonna match up to T.I.'s Urban Legend.
Nah,
you know
at that point T.I. took
what
off.
What was his first single?
What was that first single on that one?
I don't know, but I remember his first single. The video had came out, and then remember back in the day when people used to have the videos, and then they would switch to like a cold ass song that was. They would have like their single and then they would like cut to like a fire ass song, but they would only have it going for like a minute. Do you remember that era?
Yeah.
Right?
That shit was
and I remember they cut to You Don't Know Me. I remember the beat came in and I was like, what in the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? What is this?
Oh, that beat was fucking cold.
That's what I'm saying. That beat was nasty, bro.
Fuck yeah.
At that time. And damn, what was that first single?
What you know about that.
No, that was King. That was his next album. That's when he reached
top status.
But all in all, man, I still think that T.I. the first when you take their 4 albums and you put them up, because the next album was T.I.'s King album. Bring 'em out. That's what it was. Bring 'em out. That's what it was. Right. When you put T.I.'s King up against Ludacris's 4th album, it's really the Red Light District, which there was some hot songs on there too. Yeah. But I mean, let's be real. Like, to me, that was T.I. was like at top level status.
Yeah, I think that was also, to me, it was more of the decline of Luda. It wasn't really, or at least he reached his point, and he kind of was more consistent of not elevating. He was kind of the same. Right. It was like an extension of the album before. Right. And I mean, T.I., he fucking elevated. He just kept going higher and higher, and he fucking just
he became a superstar. Yeah.
Took over. I mean, it's a household name.
Yeah, like I think T.I.
It came
even if you put the movies up to like Luda as an actor versus T.I., I think T.I. outshines Luda as an actor as well. That's just my personal take on that.
I think he's also had leading roles where I don't think Luda has. Right.
Yeah. So T.I. got more charisma, man.
Yeah. All in all, it really does come down to that.
Right. T.I. The only thing that stopped T.I. was prison. That was it. Yeah. The whole case with the guns and all that, that's the only thing that stopped T.I. You know what I'm saying?
That's what held him back.
From elevating even more. That's what pulled him back down.
Then he kind of had to work on,
So, all in all from this whole thing, you say we is it unanimous?
It's unanimous.
T.I. is the better artist than Luda.
Yeah.
Sorry, Luda.
He grew into the better artist. That's how we have to put it also. Because, I mean, like we said, like, Luda came out strong.
T.I. came out a little weak, but he grew into
the better artist.
Way better artist. Yeah. And Luda did it.
Yeah. So we give it to, you know what I'm saying, shout out to T.I., shout out to Luda.
Shout out to Atlanta as a whole, man.
Yeah, definitely.
This weekend for the culture. Your boys, plural, multiple, your rock star, rap star, baby bizoys, now grown man bizoys, but still looks like a young baby bizoy. Pharrell and N.E.R.D.
Hell yeah.
are releasing a new album.
A new one. They coming back.
And they released their first single, Lemon, with Riri. With my bae.
Riri.
One of my baes, Rihanna.
And not your typical Rihanna.
No, for those of y'all who don't know, Rihanna's on this bitch rapping.
Spitting.
Which, let's be real, let's be honest, let's just go ahead and get it out there now. We know Rihanna's not writing her own lyrics.
Nah.
We know she didn't write her own lyrics on the Kendrick song. We know she's not writing her own lyrics on here.
Nah.
Okay, we got that out the way. Now, Rihanna as an artist that raps other people's lyrics. Okay?
She went in.
She's actually pretty good at what she does.
She's pretty good at what she does, like spitting someone else's. Yeah. Definitely. She worked that shit.
She's got swag.
She does.
Yeah.
She actually, I mean, it surprised me when she came in. I was like, that's Rihanna.
Right,
that's her right there. I was like, okay, but not used to her not singing, harmonizing, kind of rapping. No, she just straight rapping. This
beat was kind of like, when I first heard it, I was like, yeah, that's okay. And then it kind of kicks it up a notch when she comes in, and I was like, oh, okay, this is like,
be elevated, definitely
elevated. I don't know if we're gonna get Rihanna as a rapper in the future, which I'm guessing she's kind of leaning towards that right now.
It seems that way.
Why not? You know what I'm saying? She's done everything else. Yeah. Fuck, you know what I mean?
She might as well, and if not a whole album, have some tracks on her album.
Right. But let's talk about it in N.E.R.D. though. No one ever really dies. Are you excited for this new album?
I am, because I know what they bring. I mean, like, this is like the perfect time for them. Like, if they were to come out back in the day now, right, they'd be shutting shit down. Kind of like they did then. You know what I'm saying?
They did.
Because they shut it down and they were odd. They were different. But now it fits in perfect with this time.
Right.
So, I mean, they would just take over. Who knows if if they're making a move to take over sounds now,
Right.
And reestablish themselves as producers, where, I mean, they're already, people know who they are,
right,
and people are fucking with them, but they can get like a lot more of these new young rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, Kendrick's going to be on there.
Oh yeah, they got Andre 3000.
Yeah. He barely comes out the woodworks for anything.
They're bringing MIA back.
MIA, so they're going to go for like a international vibe.
At least that track.
I don't know what to expect from this because I was expecting them to come with a more rock vibe with this single, but it kind of was more of a hip hop vibe. So I don't know if we're gonna get mostly hip hop because hip hop is the dominant genre right now, or we're gonna get a mixture of things. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a mixture, but I just don't know what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a mixture, more like pretty much for sure, because this is just a single. They're putting it out. It's what people kind of like to hear. Hip hop, it's big. So, but now when you get their album or when you hear it, you're gonna get that mixture because it's gonna. I mean, that's who they are. They've always had that different sound. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where some of the tracks have rock sound, some of them are more almost techno-ish type shit. Right. And then they have their pop sounding sound, and they got their rap sound.
Pharrell is. I mean, Jesus Christ, that motherfucker's a musician, bro.
Fuck yeah!
Like on all levels.
Yeah, all of them. I mean,
all levels. He's got flows.
Hell yeah!
When he first came out, he was throwing up. People wasn't really feeling him, but then at some point, he became like ill. He became cold.
He started spitting some bars.
Like, he started spitting like some dope ass bars. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm expecting to hear that. I mean, he spit dope ass bars on the song with Lil Uzi Vert.
Yeah.
On that neon. Forget the song's called. Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. That was actually a dope ass song. I was like, okay, this is.
And he killed that shit. And yeah, I remember
he made Lil Uzi Vert sound really good.
Yeah, he caught me off guard. And I don't even remember the name of the track, but it was like
Neon Guts.
No, not that one.
Okay.
That one, yeah. You remember the track though. Right. But no, what I'm saying is there was a track back in the day, and it was like on I can't remember if it was a mixtape or if it was like on a remix. I think it was a remix of a track, and they had him on the remix. Can't remember what track it was, but he was on a remix and he fucking destroyed it. And I was just like, holy shit. I was like, that was Pharrell?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I was like, he fucking killed
that. One of my favorite
shit.
Pharrell verses was the one he did on Twister song where they were kind of talking about, you want the lavish crib and fancy cars. You want the on that Rolex shining like a star. If you listen to his verses, one of the illest verses that he's ever spit. Probably like top 3 verses. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's gonna be a good album. I already know it. I got a strong feeling.
I can't wait to review it.
I don't know if this is something that people want or they don't want. There's a part of me that kind of wants it. There's a part of me that doesn't want it.
What?
Your boys, plural. Your 3 blind mice, baby bizoys. Migos. So for those of y'all who don't know, there's a Lion King live action film coming out. Everybody's on it. Yeah. Childish Gambino's in it. Beyonce. James Earl Jones, I think he's going to be on it.
Yeah, he's the only returning cast member.
Seth Rogen's
going to be in there.
It's a all-star cast.
Yeah,
mostly black too, which is pretty interesting. And Amigos, Quavo came out and said he wants to be the 3 They want to be the 3 hyenas.
Yeah, they already have casted people for the 3 hyenas though.
Right.
So that's kind of where it comes into a little tricky.
Push them out.
Yeah, it's like, well, with their, you know, they were on Atlanta with Childish Gambino,
right?
And
they're popping right now.
Yeah, so you know they might have a little plug by having him in there, and you know, put in a good word for us. See if we can actually do.
Could you imagine them on the soundtrack? Oh shit, Mama. Swag.
Imagine them doing Hakuna Matata.
Oh shit! But Quavo's like singing the auto tune.
Hakuna Matata.
People would be so upset if that shit came out, bro. They would be so upset. You ruining people's childhoods.
Circle of life.
Yeah, but oh shit, dog. Take off. All that shit.
That should be hilarious. No. But I mean, yeah, he ain't gonna fucking he ain't gonna put no word in for him though. He's like, I got my role set. You know, they already got their role set. It'd been nice, but
right. Hey,
it'd been hilarious. I don't know, it'd been nice. It'd been hilarious to see.
Some people that want to see this happen. There's some people that want to see this happen.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
You think they're gonna be able to?
I don't know, man.
They'd have to pay out. They have to pay out the people who are already casted for it.
Well,
like, there has to be contracts that have them like already set in there. Like, it's my role, and then if you're gonna say all of a sudden it ain't, you're gonna have to pay me out.
Yeah.
To be out of the role. Thing is, do you want to get paid out?
Yeah.
Because you know how much residuals you're gonna be getting off of this movie,
right,
for the rest of your life.
Well, I mean, listen, the whole residuals situation is if you elect for that when you get the movie. So they come in and they'll say, all right, like you either get paid up front,
Yeah, that's true.
or you get the residuals.
That's true.
Whereas, for example, Lil Rel from Get Out elected for the residuals.
Yeah.
The movie made a shitload of money off a $5 million budget. I think they made over $200 million.
Yeah.
That's 20 times the amount that they put into the shit.
Yeah.
So he got 20 times the amount that he probably was going to get up front. You know what I'm saying? So, but you don't always get that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like, look, here's a $60,000 check. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You might not get residuals. You might forfeit those residuals. You know what I'm saying? By taking them.
That might be in the contract. You know
right.
You're not getting that.
Right. But I don't know. I think this movie's gonna be good because the only reason I say that this movie's gonna be good is because I seen Jungle Book. Have you seen the live action Jungle Book?
I haven't seen it.
So I was like, this shit's gonna be whack, and I just put it on one day, and I was like, this shit's probably gonna be whack. Outstanding.
No.
Let me tell you something. Idris Elba as the evil tiger or whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Alright? Idris Elba's a beast. I was like, dog, his motherfucker can play anything, bro. Like, his voice for that character, off the fucking chain, bro. Okay? Off the chain.
I'm about to check it out.
Yeah, listen, the Jungle Book movie is good. Like, I had my girl watch it. She's like, I don't watch this shit. She watched it. She was into that shit.
I bet,
she was, you get into that shit. So I'm like, alright, if it's anything like that, it'll probably end up being pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So
it's gonna be good. I mean, I just seeing the trailer and you know shit like that from the Jungle Book. I already know that shit's dope. I just haven't watched it. But this movie, to do it now with this movie, I mean, they already did it with Beauty and the Beast. They're doing it with all the Disney movies. So
yeah, everybody's gonna get the turn.
Yeah, they're gonna get the turn. And the Lion King, that's a fucking hit.
I guess you would make them all black because it's in Africa.
It's Africa, yeah.
Right? So it makes sense.
It does.
Yeah, at least somebody was thinking about that.
And you know what? Got James Earl Jones.
Right.
Mufasa's back. Right. They're like, we can't change Mufasa. That's Mufasa. You gotta have that.
He's gonna
strong
be the
presence, for Mufasa.
Right. Shout out to James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
He's got to come back for Coming to America. All right, that'll be lit.
Yeah.
My son, what? Yeah, we gotta get him back.
Where's my son?
Right.
Semi, where's my son?
What did he say he was gonna take? He said, what did he say? Go back to the, and get your, what did he say? Wash yourself with this shit. He was like, thank you.
Go have them bathe you.
It's like a punishment. That's your punishment. Nah, that was a good ass movie. But, shout out to the Lion King. Shout out to Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't wait to see that shit.
This week for our Artistic Ignorance crown.
And the crown goes to
my boy. Better be your fucking boy.
I'm sure it is.
Lupe Fiasco.
Oh, you know it's my boy.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Man.
So for those of y'all don't know, he's getting ready. I know he's getting ready to gear up to release his new album, Drogas Waves, and he's been releasing kind of some music here and there, or whatever, and all of it's been sounding pretty good.
Yeah.
But he is making a sequel to his famed, probably one of my favorite Lupe Fiasco tracks, "Hip Hop Saved My Life." Have you ever heard that? You know that song?
Fuck
Hip
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that album.
Right. That was a good album.
Yeah.
Probably his best album. But Hip Hop Saved My Life was like,
Hip Hop, you saved me.
Yeah, it was such a good, right. It was such a good song because if you guys never heard the song, he's telling the story of a Houston rapper.
Yeah, Houston rapper, yeah.
That's in the struggle trying to become like a famous rapper. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of people in Texas, us
at that time,
we can relate to that.
Yeah.
Me as an artist, when I was coming up, I related to that. I was like, bro, he's rapping about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only difference was the guy he talked about had braids and I didn't. But literally everything, I would say 90% of that shit was me in a fucking nutshell.
Fuck yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's doing a sequel to this after all these years, Hip Hop Saved My Life Part 2. He was in Dallas recently and he basically previewed some of the song. And this particular artist that he's talking about is going to be from Dallas. Yeah. I guess that's why he, put it out in Dallas. So this is going to be interesting. He's going to be.
They said that he was supposed to put it out in Houston, but for some reason, something happened, and he was doing it in Dallas.
Right.
But he was supposed to do it, air it first, premiere it. You know what I'm saying, in Houston.
Oh, okay. So I thought he was talking about a Dallas rapper in his new song.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he's talking about a Dallas. I know that he said that it said that he was supposed to premiere it. In Houston, but something came up, so he just did it for Dallas. He was doing the Dallas show,
right?
So, but either way, he's gonna be talking about another Texas rapper. I'm sure. If he's gonna be doing,
if
that,
he changes the state, I'm gonna be like, fuck this song. You know what I'm saying? For what I do know, there's even talks that he said that. There's even talks that I've seen this. I don't know if this is true or not. That the original song was actually based on Slim Thug's life.
You know?
Yeah, I don't know how true that is.
If you think about it, there's a lot of similarities.
All right, Lupe is the type of dude that would do some shit like that too.
Yeah,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he's very artistic with his shit. I really want to hear what this Drug Eyes Waves is going to sound like.
Can't wait.
His first album away from label persuasion, indie, all him, as he would like it to be.
Yep. If he's not happy, he's throwing it out. If he wants it, it's going in. Yeah.
The interesting thing is that even the Cool album, which was my favorite album, was still an album that had label influence.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Right, and I felt like with him without label influences, he'll probably be his best. So this will probably be one of his best albums ever.
I hope. I'm hoping.
I hope so too.
Like, I'm hopeful that it blows out the Cool. You know what I'm saying? Blows it out.
Right.
Like,
Tattoo on Youth was a good album too. If y'all haven't heard it, it's a good album. So if it's anything like the level that was on, you know, there was still some songs here and there that were kind of, you know, pop sounding or whatever. But for the most part, Tattoo on Youth was a very strong, solid album. If it's anything like that, like the mind acrobatics that you guys go through listening to it, it's
gonna be fire.
It's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
But we'll see though. We'll review that when it comes out.
Oh, definitely.
Time for the reviews.
Let's do it.
Your boy.
Who you talking about?
He's a Sir Smokes a Lot. Mr. Smoke Dza. Harlem representer. Came out with a new mixtape. And he came out with a mixtape that is kind of like the old mixtapes. You rap over old beats. Rap over a plethora of different types of beats.
Yeah. Took it back.
Cause I felt like it. Part 2?
No, cause I felt like it again.
Again, which is part 2.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Are you, well, let's, before we get into reviewing this mixtape, are you a big, Smoke Dza fan? Or what do you think of Smoke Dza as a whole, as an artist?
I think he go hard. I like his weed flow. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely very witty.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of references to that. It's kind of more for our generation.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. I mean, I was definitely, feeling it. I mean, I think he's a dope artist. I like his style. I like how he spits, and I like how he puts it together. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He got that 90's early 2000 type of style. Right. You know what I'm saying? Where, I mean, he got some bars, and he got he'll spit some shit that you got to bring it back and play it again. Right. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was feeling the album. I mean, I smokes.
so this is Robbie Alley for like the smoke talk.
Yeah.
He's a lyricist. I guess you would put him in the lyricist mind frame, and he's having fun on this. When you hear a lot of mixtapes, they're usually rapping on original beats, but he kind of hits you with some nostalgia. He's rapping on kind of the newer beats. The newer instrumentals, he's also rapping on some of the older instrumentals. Yeah. And he's got features on here, man, like people that, that I rocks with. Yeah. And I thought it was pretty strong. I'm interested. I know this is just kind of a warm up for his album. But I like how he did a play on that. I liked how he did the play on Dank Account, which is a play on 21 Savage's Bank Account.
Yeah. I like the way he worded his chorus and everything. It was just right. You know what I'm saying? On the smoker's level.
Right. I like the track that he did with Kaz, who's on Dreamville. I thought that was actually a pretty strong track. I like Kaz flowing on there. Especially because I heard Kaz on the BET cyphers. I thought he could have came a little bit harder. Because I know Kaz. I like Kaz. And I feel like this was like Kaz that I like. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The rapper Kaz. Definitely the track that he did with Royce da 5'9".
Oh yeah, and with Big Crit.
Big Crit. I like the story that Big Crit kind of gave at the end there too, where he was just kind of talking about, his grandma listening to his music for the first time, and him getting the key to the city in Meridian, Mississippi, and all that. Just the story he was telling. Just appreciating where you're at.
Mm-hmm. He took it back. He's featuring Royce the 5'9", who we gave a 10. You know what I'm saying? On his mixtape, on his which was pretty much done the same way. You know what I'm saying? And I haven't heard anyone else do it since Royce until this. Really use other beats and old beats, and not necessarily have it original shit for a mixtape.
Right.
Yeah, like you do that.
It's just whatever the vibe is, because he felt like it.
Yeah, because he felt like it again.
And this is Who Kid.
Yeah,
Who Kid too.
I like that too. Right. Yeah, the whole "Hey, Who Kid" and the little interruption.
Who Kid? Did you hear that on there at all? Or is that that's his old fucking tag?
See, I don't even think I heard that on this one.
I don't think I heard it either. Now that I think about it, I don't think I heard it, but
that'd have been hilarious though.
Yeah, I know. Just hear it right at the beginning. Who
take it back?
Kid?
But yeah. Oh no, I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed the album. I would definitely, I'd listen to it again because I mean, his word, the wordplay and the shit, like being a lyricist, like you were saying,
right?
He spent some shit in there that you really got to pay attention.
Well, because like when people do these mixtapes that sound like albums, right? It's kind of got an album feel to it. Whereas with the mixtapes, when you're rapping with other people, it's just flowing, and he's just kind of spitting. He's just doing different types of wordplay and just playing around with words and stuff like that. I enjoy that way more than I like listening to albums sometimes because you never know what you're gonna get. It's just kind of up in the air. I kind of like that feel of this versus listening to like an album. People are trying to put together like a particular song and say something. It's just flow and just have fun. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just get to spitting. And he's got bars on here, man. Like he's always had bars. He got slick bars. He's got clever. He's clever. He's got wordplay.
No.
I like to hear him rock with some more lyricists. I like to see him go toe to toe with some more lyricists. I like to, what he did with Royce. I think
Motown Players Ball.
Right. It was a strong track. What do you give this on a scale of 1 to 10 as far as mixtapes?
On mixtapes, I give it a strong. Yeah, get your eyes wide already.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I gave this shit just because his wordplay. He put a lot of work into this, how he was working it, and then also on other beats, how he did his chorus and just how it flowed perfectly with his words and everything. I gave it a solid 9.
You know what? I actually gave it a solid 9 too. Yeah. This is definitely a mixtape that, if you're looking for bars, you're looking for wordplay, you're looking for some of that New York kind of feel or some of that, and then some of his references like the Flair, what's the track called? The Flair Country. He's a big wrestling fan, so he makes a lot of his wrestling references and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean, but not just any references, like the references, like the OG, the OG references. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Smoke Dza. Yeah, we give it a solid 9.
It was impressive. It was definitely impressive for a mixtape. That's a mixtape,
right?
Go listen to Royce's. Listen to this. Those are mixtapes.
Those are mixtapes. Yeah, people just having fun.
Yeah, enjoying themselves. Having fun with the beat.
Your boys, plural, triplets.
Multiple.
Metro Boomin wants some more, nigga. 21. I'll say, woo. I'm doing all the fucking ad-libs and shit.
All the ad-libs.
Bag.
I wish I could see this.
Let me tell y'all something, man. They came out of nowhere with this. Without warning. Literally just popped up.
Pun intended.
I know, right. For those of y'all that don't know, there was a collaborative album / EP-ish, 10 songs with Offset, 21 Savage, and Metro Boomin. Probably some of the hottest right now in the streets and in the bang. I expected this to be pretty hardcore, and I expected this to be pretty top notch for, like, I guess you would call it trap music. And I felt like it was. It held up. It did hold up.
It definitely held up to what I was expecting.
Let me ask you this. Who came the weakest out of Offset, 21 Savage, and Metro Boomin, because you got to include Metro Boomin in this too.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't have raps, his beats is his raps.
His beats are are an artist in itself,
right?
That's what I was gonna say to begin this review. I was gonna say when you have the producer on every beat,
right? He's
an artist on that album,
right?
Like now, when you have a producer from this person, a producer from this, a producer, then you can't really say it's their album. It's kind of, they worked on that track, they produced that track, but this is his album as well because he worked on every beat, so that's why he got the title on there,
right?
But I mean, man, to pick who went the weakest,
right? Who was the weakest addition to this triplet?
Oh my goodness, that is hard to call. But
do you need me to call first, or you want to go?
I would have to say, I'm sorry, Offset.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry. Offset.
Oh shit! And let me tell you something.
But
he's the weakest for me too.
Yeah,
you're the weakest link. Offset, goodbye. No joke. But like,
no,
I like
no
Offset.
Goodbye,
no goodbye. Listen, this was. I like Offset.
Yeah, I do too.
But I like 21. I know some people say, okay, listen, Offset got better lyrics, got better wordplay, he's got all that. He's got bars. He's, I'll say bars, but like, he just has a flow. He's a certain type of style or whatever. 21 Savage doesn't have all that, but 21 Savage to me makes this project like he's the cohesion of everything.
He's raw and uncut, and he 21 Savage on this album. Like you said, he's kind of like the one that kind of holds it all together. I had on the tip of my tongue what I was going to say, and it kind of just floated away.
I mean, listen, Metro Boomin, I feel like, also, just so y'all know, there's features from Travis Scott on here as well as Quavo. And I like Offset. I like him, probably one of the, he's probably one of the better trap rappers out there.
Oh, he is.
Probably like top 5 trap rappers.
Yeah.
But whenever 21 Savage comes around, like, I just suspect raw and uncut.
Yeah.
And just like this not give a fuck attitude about what he's going to say.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. His presentation and his delivery of how he's spitting.
Who, 21 Savage?
21 Savage.
Right.
What, you know what I'm saying, stands out. You know what I'm saying? More than Offset's. Like, Offset spits it the way he's going to spit it.
Right.
And
which is impressive. I mean, it works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you hear 21 Savage come,
it doesn't even have to be like technical.
Call my chopper KKK. What do you say? Call that KKK because my chopper hate niggas.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Like, come on. What the fuck? Come on. You know what I'm saying? How could you not enjoy this?
That was a fire ass track.
It was. Yeah, probably my favorite track on here is
Mad Stalkers go hard.
Mad Stalkers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mad Stalkers. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm on right now.
Mad Stalkers is probably my favorite track on this whole thing, man, because it's just ignorant. The second half of this is stronger than the first half. The first half is not bad. You got the Ghostface Killers. I like the Ric Flair drip. I like the bounce in it. You know what I'm saying? Ric Flair drip go woo. I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's
I like that Nightmares, the Offset.
There was I think it was Rap Save Me, or no, is it Ghostface Killers and then Rap Save Me? It kind of blends together. Yeah. Or is that the one?
I think that's the one that
it blends together in like one song almost. That was actually pretty fire. I like the switch and how that was. These beats on here is knocking. Metro Boomin once again is I don't know where this motherfucker
unlimited.
He got a slave shop of like 20 15-year-old like producers, and they're just making beats, and he's just like, no, put it like this, no, put it like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way he could put out this beat. What the fuck? How many beats is this motherfucker doing?
That's all he does. All he does.
He probably just makes like a bunch of like beats in like 20 minutes and just like whips it, boom, whips it, boom, whips it, boom. You know what I'm saying? Probably pushes out like 30 beats a day.
Non-stop.
Yeah.
That's how it seems. Shit.
Gotta get the gettings while the getting's good.
Hey, and I mean, it says a lot when everyone wants to do shit with you.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? And you're coming out with all these mixtapes with all these different artists. He's like the hottest producer out there. If not one,
probably top.
Yeah, at least top 3.
Top dog right now. Yeah. I mean, who else is?
But who else? Yeah, really.
Right
who
now
else is out there doing it like him? No one.
I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know anybody else.
Who?
I want to hear everybody on the Metro Boomin beat.
Not to mention consistently. Oh hell yeah!
I like Carter Got Wings too, but I want to hear everybody on the Metro Boomin beat. I want to hear Kendrick on the Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
I want to hear T.I. on Metro Boomin. I want to hear Jay-Z on Metro Boomin. I want to hear Nas on Metro Boomin. I want to hear Common on that Metro Boomin.
Common, Kanye,
Eminem on Metro Boomin. Lupe on Metro Boomin. All right, I'm just saying. Obama on Metro. Nah, man. But what you give this project on a scale of 1 to 10, man?
On this one, yeah. I get.
You want me to go first? Yeah, I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one a 9.5. I'm gonna give this one a 9.5. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna give this one a 9.5 because I feel like Offset.
Are you reading my script?
I feel like Offset is the reason why they give it a 10. Yeah. Not to say the Offset was trash or anything, but
it was just 0.5.
Yeah. I was like, okay. Like when I hear Offset with 21 Savage, I'm like, all right. I don't want to say he doesn't fit in here because he does. He was one of the reasons why I wanted to check this bitch out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like at certain points, somebody else probably could have done a better job in here alongside 21 Savage. This is my personal opinion. I know people feel like he's better than Offset is better than 21 Savage. Yes, he is. Okay, like wordplay and rhymes and all that. But for the most part, he's not. Okay, I don't have a good reason for you either. You know, he's just not better than me. You know what I'm saying? I like 21 Savage. I feel like there needs to be, if he would have did something with somebody else a little more ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Not to say Offset's not ignorant, because Offset's ignorant in a good way. These are all good ways that I'm saying this. But if he would have had like 21 Savage and
who's new dude?
Who? Playboy Cardi?
Nah, the other dude with the dreads.
Lil Pump?
Yeah. Lil Pump, yeah. Lil Pump.
This probably would have been fine if it was Lil Pump, 21 Savage,
Metro Boomin.
and Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
We're ignorant as shit.
That's how we feel.
Hey, you know what? I gotta agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. That would have been the out. That would have been a 10. That would have been a 10.
I can't believe y'all. I cannot believe that I fucking got Sharif over here. Sharif, listen. This is what Sharif just said out of his mouth. Sharif just fucking said that a Lil Pump, 21 Savage, and Metro Boomin album will be better than a Offset 21 Savage and Metro Boomin album. Look what I did to Sharif, y'all.
And you agree. And that's the thing. You agree. Don't you? Yeah, state it.
Look at what I did to Sharif, y'all.
What have you done? You brought me back to Raw and Uncut with those two artists.
Right. Just ignorant.
They simply don't give a fuck.
Just say wild shit that just don't make that mean. You be like, did this motherfucker really say that shit?
Like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's the kind of shit I like.
People think that, but they don't say that.
Right.
Yeah, they say it.
What did you give this on a scale of 1 to 10? I know you said I kind of.
Yeah. No,
I'd say the same thing.
Yeah, copy paste on this one.
All right, y'all. So
it's easier to say that because I'll repeat the same thing
without warning. 9.5. Unanimous.
We have that same feeling on when it comes to
we're gonna fucking get because we're gonna put this clip up on YouTube. We're gonna get
get hate mail.
We're gonna get some comments. Migos haters, and they're gonna be like, "Shut the fuck up!"
What the fuck you just say?
I know y'all can't understand this. Listen, we're old heads. I guess you call it. We're not really old heads. We're like middle aged heads.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So we're still young enough to know better.
Yeah.
No, we're still old enough to know better, but we're young enough to not give a fuck. All right,
pretty much.
All right. And then we're going to sit here and say that I got to agree with you, Lil Pump and 21 Savage. I would like to hear that more than I would like to hear.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I would get that in the works, Metro Boomin.
Let's get that popping.
Yeah. And bring some more heat with them beats.
Right. Last review, your boy. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right, but I'm guessing it's Lute. He's a part of Dreamville. He's one of J. Cole's up and comers. Mm-hmm. based on what we reviewed this week, if you listen to the one we just reviewed, Without Warning, and then you go into this, it's definitely like the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, because we're diverse.
We're definitely diverse.
Definitely, you know what I'm saying? We can go from that to this.
This is my first time ever listening to this artist, by the way.
Me too.
And I know this album came out like late September. We're kind of about a month behind. But you know, I knew I was gonna get it in at some point, but this was the time to get it in. Wasn't a lot of albums that came out this week that were reviewable to us. And Lute came out with his 1996 Part 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which, okay, when people be like, the 90s, the hip hop is dead.
Yeah.
There's no more good music out there. And then I'm listening to Lute and I'm like, what are you talking about? It's West 1996. Excuse me, Lute. I don't know if Lute's listening. Sorry about that.
West 1996.
West 1996, Part 2. You know, a lot of people say, this shit's dead. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Lute is right here. If you want that, it definitely has a 90s feel to it.
Oh yeah.
Right? Just kind of the style, that, you know what he sounds like, man? I don't want to do this because I feel like I'm saying this about everybody. It kind of sounds like a little bit like a kind of Outcast, you know what I'm saying, kind of vibe to it. What's up with this? It's them and then Earth Gang.
Well, you know, what I feel is that we may start seeing the children of Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Basically.
Oh, the babies.
The babies. People who were influenced.
Outcast babies.
By.
Because it's crazy. I've been seeing a lot of Drake babies, so to see like an Outkast baby is like,
coming out right now. People getting put on, like, there's going to be a time where it's going to be there's going to be some kids who are in the age group where their parents didn't move on to playing something else. They're playing some of the old shit.
Right.
And they're playing the old shit because they're like, hey, I'm an old head. I like this shit. This is better than now.
Right.
So they're playing Outkast, you know what I'm saying, where other things are going on in hip hop. So their kids are hearing something that they didn't grow up listening to with their friends. They grew up listening to that with their parents. You know what I'm saying? Or an older sibling. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you get some late bloomers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we're gonna get those here and there from different artists, because there's also those the people who don't evolve with hip hop. They're just like, I'm gonna listen to what I like. Like, that's my favorite group, and I'm gonna put my children onto that because I think this is dope music. You
know what though? Lute isn't that young though. I'm looking. He's 28 years old.
28.
He's 28.
Oh, well, then he's definitely just influenced.
So that's really like our demographic, right?
It's pretty close,
right?
It's not that far off, but we're in there. Yeah, I think,
because I say probably 25 through 34.
No.
Is our demographic. Like, we probably all like some of the same things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas maybe a 25-year-old will say some wild shit like the Carter 3 was the best Carter album. Fucking dickhead. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, the fact that you think that the Carter is, Lil Wayne is one of the better rappers shows that you're still within our kind of demographic. Yeah. You're in our demographic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what Lute, he kind of rhymes for. He rhymes for that demographic. It's definitely lyrical. He's got clever rhymes. If you're not paying attention, some of that shit you'll miss. You know what I'm saying? If you're not paying attention carefully, because he's very slick with some of his rhymes. Like when he was like, he said, something about his mama need Huggies and a new crib. You know what I'm saying? Like he, little kind of plays off words like that he'll do that you won't really catch. And these beats on here they're pretty strong. It gives you like, there's definitely a 90s vibe to this.
They help paint the pictures that he's painting, because he's on there talking, some stories and shit, and just like spitting some real shit. Like it's like uplifting and more, and like it ain't all about jewelry, saying cars and all that. It's about some real shit. You know what I'm saying? He's over there spitting some hot shit, some 90s. It's like a 90s vibe, like you said. And I don't know, I was really feeling this shit. Like it was nostalgic listening to it. I mean,
it's definitely nostalgic because it does put you in like in a mind frame. It feels like there's like it's like you're listening to something from that time period. It really does. I don't know if it's 96.
I would say hence the 1996. Yeah.
This is definitely a struggle album, and I don't mean that like he struggled to make it.
No.
Maybe so in a sense, but the vibes that he's giving off is like, I'm trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm dealing with in the process of getting there. You know, and I know there's probably a lot of artists that out there that probably listen to that could probably relate to that album as a whole. People just trying to just make it out of their situations and get to the top. So I related to it.
Oh yeah.
Just that kind of struggle to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely that type of album.
Yeah, definitely just if you're listening to this album from this day and age, you're not gonna get the shit that you're expecting. Like, you're gonna hear this shit and it's gonna put you on to some shit that we've been trying to preach to you.
Right.
You know, and you know, you gotta listen to this album and basically soak in like he's dropping some knowledge in here.
It's definitely very conscious.
Yeah.
Very conscious album.
Definitely dropping some knowledge in there, and I mean, he spent some real ass fucking shit. I was very impressed.
You know, he was actually supposed to drop this back in 2014. I was actually reading about this, and then J. Cole said, "No, don't drop it."
What?
Wait. It's almost 3 years later that this came out.
Oh, wow.
Right. He's supposed to originally drop this as a free mixtape. So he had to hold it. Oh, I think it was he had to get the samples cleared on it. So it's like, yeah, don't put this out as free. We won't put this out to sell. Let's get these samples cleared. And it took that long to get them all cleared.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but you can see that this was kind of like a timeless project. I even think I read something somewhere that J. Cole, so he brought him on his tour with him, but he also paid him for the amount of time that he missed from work. On top of I know this is some real shit out here. This is real struggle life, man. You know what I'm saying? So
that's really when you believe in someone as well. You know?
Nah, J. Cole. Okay, listen, y'all. J. Cole. You may not like J. Cole as a rapper or whatever, but J. Cole's ushering in like a new wave of like talented dudes on a come up.
Man, shout out to him.
Yeah, like he's J. Cole is definitely gonna have like some little mark that he's gonna leave of
a legacy
of just artists. You know what I'm saying? They got to develop. They're still all of them are still developing, but
have potential.
They all got potential.
Yeah,
every single one of them. And this was a solid project. I like this. What do you rank this on a scale of 1 to 10? Beats, rhymes, concepts.
No, you go from 21 Savage, you know, Offset, Metro Boomin, and then you go to this. Is it really weird to give it the exact same score? No, it's a 9.5 to me.
So you give us a 9.5?
Yeah, no.
This is interesting. What kept you from giving it a 10?
I want more. I know there's gonna kind of wanted some features, and it just, to me, I just have a feeling that when he gets in a spotlight, he's gonna even be better.
Right.
Like I'm expecting more from him. As crazy it is, me thinking that this is pretty much a 10, but I'm giving him the 9.5 because I know there's more.
I'm giving this a 9.5 too. I almost gave it the 9.
No,
but I give this a 9.5 because my probably my point of not giving it a 10 was he's kind of in this with this album, he's kind of just right here in this little space. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it was this little space this whole time. The whole album. I know there's going to be more that he'll be able to talk about as he grows and as he he starts to see different things or whatever. Yeah. This sounds like somebody from like a small town trying to get on. Not to say that his mind state or whatever is whatever, but I know that he's got a lot. When he reaches to a certain point and he starts to see more things, starts to deal with all these women and this fucking fame and money and friendships and all that kind of stuff, I already know that the stories he's going to tell are going to be off the chain.
Yeah.
Because just by seeing what he told from
what his experience,
the perspective of the guy that's working at his 9 to 5 and is like, fuck this bullshit. I just want to get to the top. Well, when he gets to the top, it's going to be a whole nother ball game. Mm-hmm. And he's going to have to deal with all
more
those
stories.
Yeah, more stories. I like his stories. I like what he's talking about. I like what he's saying. I like his perspective on things.
We need more storytelling. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough artists out there that do storytelling and that are really strong at it. You know?
Jordan Lucas is pretty strong. He's pretty strong too.
I'm saying he's pretty strong.
He I think he's from Charlotte, so there's kind of a southern vibe. There's like a southern twist to all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not too southern to where it doesn't. It's not like with Earth Gang. Earth Gang, you can feel their southern vibes, right? Whereas him, it's kind of like you feel that southern twang, but you can tell he's like a little bit further up north than Atlanta, or Georgia or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it. It was a pretty solid album. Shouts out to Lute.
Shout out definitely. And I honestly thought he was younger than 28. I didn't know that.
I thought he was. I was like 22 or something.
Yeah.
No, because you know why? If J. Cole wants to get an artist that raps on the same type of content that he does, you're not gonna find that in a fucking 20-year-old these days. All 20-year-olds want to rap like Lil Pump.
Yep.
Nothing against Lil Pump. Well, all 21, that's why they want to rap now. So, if you want to find somebody that actually raps and puts together dope lyrics and all that shit, I'm pretty sure most of these motherfuckers in Dreamville are probably like 28, 29, 30, you know what I'm saying? Like in that range because
they all got that skill, that style.
Right. They come from a different fucking era. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. We'll see. I love to see what Dreamville is doing. I just want that shit to grow. I just want to keep on them keep hitting me because they fucking everything that I've heard from Dreamville so far has been pretty high quality, top notch shit. Kaz, Boss, Earth Gang, JID, now Lute. Got a pretty strong force over there.
Hell yeah. They got a squad.
Shout out to Dreamville.
Shout out to them,
We are at the end of the podcast, y'all. We appreciate everybody that's been tuning in with us.
Thank you.
You are appreciated. We definitely would like you to subscribe. It's your first time listening to us. Mm-hmm. Listen to some old episodes.
Yeah. Go back in time.
Definitely go back. Shouts out to the Cowboys giving the Chiefs that ass whooping that they so deserved. Shouts out to the 49ers for losing. Yep. What are they, like 0-8?
Going for that number 1 draft pick.
Get the fuck out of here.
Going strong. We let Philly beat us on purpose the other day.
Nah, man, Philly
a few weeks ago.
Philly is they 8-1. I think they got the best record in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they're beasting.
Yeah, I know they're in our division too.
Yeah,
that's some bullshit.
Y'all still haven't played them?
Nah, we haven't.
Oh shit,
we haven't.
That's coming up. That might be next week. Shit.
Well, everybody thought we was gonna get asked about fucking Kansas City. We gave them that work. That's the best I've seen the Cowboys play all year. Defense, offense.
They played up to their competition.
They played a pretty strong game.
Yeah.
So I'm not that afraid of the Eagles. I am a little bit, but not that much. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Giants ain't doing shit. We're gonna whoop the Redskins this year. So it's coming down to in between the Cowboys and the Eagles is going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
You already said Super Bowl.
The
Super Bowl in the playoffs.
Side note: I was watching this game. Right? Side note, real quick before we end this podcast. I was watching this fucking game, Cowboys versus the Chiefs, and Romo was calling the game. Okay, and Romo, there's a part where one of the cornerbacks was trying to tackle Ezekiel Elliott. And Ezekiel jumped over the guy. Right. So Romo fucking said he starts clowning on the way the guy's tackling, right? He starts comparing him to Deion Sanders, saying that got pretty good coverage and all that, but he's out here tackling. He makes Deion Sanders look like a good tackler, right? And I was like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? That was anything, nothing of it. I get on Twitter today, and fucking Deion Sanders responds and pretty much hurts. I'm talking about he hurts. I'm pretty sure he probably hurt Romo's ego because Deion Sanders was like, "Look, you ain't even got one, bro. Don't talk to me." I was like, "Oh shit." Hey, there might be an NFL correspondent beef going on between Romo and Deion Sanders. I don't know.
It sounds like it.
I'll play it for you so you can see when we got the podcast. It's brewing. Well, shout out to the Cowboys, man. Shout out to Romo. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be about this thing. Know what I'm saying?
Know what I'm talking about?
Deuces.
Know me? Know I'm talking about? No, I'm just playing. Nah, just end with deuces.
Boom.
End with deuces.
Thanks for listening to the Truth Be Told podcast. Be sure to subscribe and log on to Trillmatic.com for the latest in underground music, film, fashion, and more.